Let us study an ejectment case. Assailed before the court, so this is the Honorable Supreme Court, through a petition for review on certiorari under Rule 45 of the Rules of Court are the decision and resolution of the Court of Appeals, which set aside the order remanding the case to the Regional Trial Court for further proceedings. Okay, let's look at the antecedent facts. The respondent, Spouses Gonzalez, filed a complaint for recovery of possession and damages under a civil case, unlawful detainer, against the spouses Tobias before the Regional Trial Court, alleging that they are the owners of a 1,000 plus square meter titled parcel of land. Okay? Titulado. The said parcel of land on which a house was built was in possession of petitioners who also reside in the said property. Consequently, respondents sent a notice to vacate, but they were unsuccessful as petitioners refused to vacate the property. So, that is, kay kung ni-vacate pa, wala sila kaso, no? Mo nang wala man mo vacate ang katong petitioners. So, mo nang natay unlawful detainer nga kaso nga gi-file. Okay? So, respondents sent a notice to vacate, but they were unsuccessful as petitioners refused to vacate the property. As a result, the complaint for recovery of possession based on ownership under a civil case was filed by respondents. Consequently, petitioners filed a motion to dismiss based on litis pendentia. So, there is a pending case, no? According to the petitioners. No? So their defense was to dismiss the case on the ground that there is another pending case with supposedly similar parties, similar issues, facts, similar reliefs prayed for, and forum shopping. Kumbaga, daghan ka og gi pailan lain-lain nga korte. Citing that respondents had previously filed a complaint for unlawful detainer against them involving the same property before the municipal trial court of another jurisdiction. Petitioners averred that the complaint for unlawful detainer and recovery of possession based on ownership have the same causes of action since both were instituted by respondents to gain possession of the house and lot. Additionally, petitioners contended that the verification and certification against forum shopping submitted by respondents is defective because it was only signed by their attorneys in fact. Moreover, singit sa ta. Usually when you file a case, no, civil action, you initiate a civil action through a complaint, you have to attach a verification. Basically, nakabasa ka, no? You've read, you've understood the contents are correct. Muna yung gist sa imong verification. Certification against forum shopping, you certify kani kasuha, diri ra ni kortihan nimo gi-file, wa ka magsuroy-suroy, wa ka mag-shopping o korte kung asa pabor nga desisyon. So, mo ni gi-contest diri. Dili daw proper, defective daw. Kay kung defective mo na ma-dismiss ang kaso. Moreover, the special power of attorney authorized the attorneys in fact to file a complaint regarding a property covered by a certain title in the name of Villanueva and not the title in the name of respondents. So, di daw mao nga titulo. Therefore, the complaint for recovery of possession based on ownership, according to petitioners, is no more than a mere scrap of paper. In their opposition to the motion to dismiss, kay kung mo-file mo ka motion under the current rules, na kay mga 5 days to oppose that motion. So, mura siya counter motion nimo to deny the motion of the movant. In their opposition to the motion to dismiss, respondents contended that there is no litis pendentia because the causes of action are different. Layo daw ang causes of action. The cause of action in the unlawful detainer case is only possession de facto, physical possession, while the cause of action for recovery of possession based on ownership is possession de jure. Also, respondents averred that the signatures of their attorneys in fact did not violate the requirement that the verification and certification against forum shopping must be personally signed by the parties since it was accompanied by an SPA. To explain the difference in the transfer certificate of title number referred to in the SPA, which is the subject property, respondents reasoned out that this was because the SPA was executed prior to the issuance of the current transfer certificate of title. So most likely, ang SPA ato katotong previous nga owner or previous area kay posible mo na nga same gyapon ang owner, like in cases of, let's just say, partition. Ako ang yuta, akong ipabuak ika na pulo, mausab tong transfer certificate of title 1/10 for each, no, divide of 10 for each resultant lot. It will have its own, they will have their own titles. It will have different transfer certificate of title numbers, but it would have the same owners kung ako ray gapabuak, no, for future use. So modo ni ilang explanation nga nausab ang title number. Sa yun na gud tanin, no, kung gibutang lang sa SPA unsa gyud ang description sa property, so the designation sa title number di na kay siya mo matter because the SPA would be for a specific property. Naman technical description ang yuta. So wa na ta nilalis. Wa man sa takabasa kung unsa ang sulod sa SPA, giunsa pagpahimutang ang contents. So kung mag-draft ta aning SPA, it is important, no, for us to design it properly, craft it properly, so that it will be able to fit the circumstances where you intend to use it. Ruling of the Regional Trial Court. The Regional Trial Court issued an order dismissing respondents' complaint for recovery of possession based on ownership. In say reasoning, it is beyond cavil that inasmuch as plaintiffs in this case merely reiterated the basis of their ownership which was already passed upon in previous proceedings as the foundation of the present case against the same defendants, the elements of litis pendentia and forum shopping are present. This is according to the Regional Trial Court. If this case will be allowed to prosper, the courts will be trying the same issues all over again and conflicting decisions are a certainty. This is anathema to the proper administration of justice as capsulized in the two Latin maxims, Republicae ut sit litium. It is to the interest of the state that there should be an end to litigation. Kaya po ko basa na, no? Nemo debet bis vexari et iadem causa. No person should be vexed twice for the same cause. Motoy meaning daw ana. Wherefore, premises considered, this case is ordered dismissed for lack of merit as it would constitute forum shopping and violates the rule against litis pendentia. So ordered. So dapat gid ni pending case daw, no? Undaunted, respondents filed an appeal to the Court of Appeals raising the issue whether there was litis pendentia between the unlawful detainer case and the complaint for recovery of possession based on ownership, and whether respondents are guilty of forum shopping, among others. Tanaw na to kung sakto ba si Regional Trial Court. Ruling of the Court of Appeals. In its decision, the Court of Appeals granted the appeal and set aside the order of the Regional Trial Court. Ang decision sa Court of Appeals, the appeal is granted, the order of the Regional Trial Court is set aside, and the case is remanded to the Regional Trial Court for further proceedings with dispatch. Meaning, dili na siya i-dismiss. Mupadayon dapat ang kaso, mo ni ang desisyon sa Court of Appeals. Maybe why litis pendentia, maybe wala forum shopping. Despite petitioner's motion for reconsideration, the Court of Appeals affirmed its decision, and it's through the issuance of a resolution to the motion for reconsideration. Hence, this petition before the Honorable Supreme Court. A comment to the petition was filed by respondents and a reply to the comment was filed by petitioners. So kung ma-file mo ka petition, i-order na ang PCAS nga comment. Yeah, pag ako mag-comment, ang katong ni-file sa petition, iya pong gitubag, mag-file siya of reply. The issues, petitioners anchor their prayer for the reversal of the decision and resolution of the Court of Appeals based on the following issues. Unsa man nga issues? Whether or not the Honorable Court gravely erred under the law when it held that the causes of action in the unlawful detainer case and the other civil case are different. Whether or not the Honorable Court gravely erred under the law when it held that there is no forum shopping. So, tanawa na to ang ruling sa Honorable Supreme Court. The Court's ruling. After a careful perusal of the arguments presented and the evidence submitted, the Court finds no merit in the petition. Petitioners argue that respondents violated the rule against forum shopping when civil case 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 was filed before civil case 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 became final and executory, both cases being founded on the same facts, cause of action, and relief sought. Specifically, petitioners contend that there is identity in the causes of action in both civil cases because both involve the issue of possession, where respondents in both cases anchor the right to possess from their alleged ownership of the property, such that the evidence for the other civil case for unlawful detainer is the same evidence that will be utilized for the civil case, which is a reivindicatory action. Action reivindicatoria versus unlawful detainer, a type of action interdictal. It is a fundamental principle of civil law that the owner of real property is entitled to the possession thereof as an attribute of his or her ownership. Verily, the holder of a torrens title is the rightful owner of the property thereby covered and is entitled to its possession. Ang holder daw sa titulo sa yuta. This notwithstanding, kanang holder di lang napasabot kay kakupot ha. Kanang ikaw mo nakapangan ba? This notwithstanding, the owner cannot simply wrest possession thereof from whoever is in actual occupation of the property. Rather, to recover possession, the owner must first resort to the proper judicial remedy and thereafter satisfy all the conditions necessary for such action to prosper. Accordingly, the owner may decide among three kinds of actions to recover possession of real property: an action interdictal, action publicana, or action reivindicatoria. So, kasagaran, no, kung mo-file tag recovery of possession, muning hinuktukan sa abogado, asam ginato na isoda. Kaya kung masayop ni mo usod, sayop nga kaso mo ma-file, dismiss. Mailhan na ni mo usahay, no, kanang galibog na ang gapile kung ang gibutang ato for ito sa kaso recovery of possession, adili sure, no, wa sa sure kung action publicana ba or action reivindicatoria or action interdictal or forcible entry or unlawful detainer. Kung sure jud kay may suwat unsa gyud nga specific type of action, although pwede po na nga butangan na nimo nga for recovery of possession. Pero ikaw nga magbasa, kung ikaw sa defense, imo pa tanawon kung saan dyan nga recovery of possession ha. Samot na kung dili forcible entry or dili unlawful detainer. Imong i-assess, is this an action publicana or an action reivindicatoria? Kaya ang ga-file sa kaso, di po sure, no? Action interdictal comprises two distinct causes of action, namely forcible entry or detentation and unlawful detainer, this a WICO. In forcible entry, one is deprived of physical possession of real property by means of force, intimidation, strategy, threats, or stealth, whereas in unlawful detainer, one illegally withholds possession after the expiration of his right to hold possession under any contract, express or implied. The two are distinguished from each other in that in forcible entry, the possession of the defendant is illegal from the very beginning, and that the issue is which party has de facto prior possession. No? Prior de facto possession, meaning prior physical possession. Murag, cellphone ba? Kailangan ikaw may last ka kupot before gi bawi sa kalaban unlawfully, no? Illegally. So you have to prove prior physical possession, while in unlawful detainer, possession of the defendant is originally legal but became illegal due to the expiration or termination of the right to possess. The jurisdiction of these two actions, which are summary in nature, summary meaning walay full-blown trial, kung ano ni position paper, mag-attach yung mga affidavits. O kako lang, mas prefer ko itong full-blown yun. Maka-cross-examine mo ka. Kanilang paspas. Pero kung maayo-mayo mo makakni mong kalaban, medyo lisod i-counter, no? Unlike itong maka-cross-examine yun ka. So, night times, kung dako yun ang at stake, although pwede masamari nature, sometimes it's nice nga katong full-blown trial yun. Kung masod mo nga ito sa aksyon publisyana or aksyon reivindicatorya. The jurisdiction of these two cases, which are summary in nature, lies in the proper municipal trial court or metropolitan trial court. Both actions must be brought within 1 year from the date of actual entry on the land in case of forcible entry, and from the date of last demand in case of unlawful detainer. So usually kaning forcible entry malampas ngini ko sa katuig, wa na kay choice. Aksyon publisyana na jud ka, o ikaw mo'y tag-iya, pwede po aksyon reivindicatorya. Pero kung unlawful detainer lang kaning 1 year, di kay problema. Kay from the date of last demand man dali raman kayo mag-send na pud og laing demand letter. So bag-o na pud nga usa ka tuig. You have a fresh start. Fresh 1 year. So di kay problema ang prescription sa 1 year period aning unlawful detainer. Problema ni siya diri sa forcible entry. Kusay sayang ba sa matag pabor nimo ang mga documentary evidence, na kay pictures, na kay mga affidavits of witnesses, na ay CCTV, na ay mga videos, nga di jud malalis ba, dili basta-basta ma-controvert o kanang affidavits containing false testimonies, nindot ni forcible entry. Pero kanaging wakay kay mga picture, way video, affidavit ra, yung pikas affidavit pod, mas isog-isog tong pikas, kusog kay mamaka, medyo lisod, no? Kung kana storya, mas nindot aksyon publisyana. Imula pangitag paagi nga masud siya sa aksyon publisyana. Because with aksyon publisyana, ang witness mong sa kalaban, mulingkod sa witness stand, so you have a chance to cross-examine. Kanang bakak na testimony, sayon na nabuhaton sa affidavit. Pero kung mulingkod na ka sa witness stand and subjected to cross-examination, not so easy, no? In other words, if at the time of the filing of the complaint more than 1 year had elapsed since defendant had turned plaintiff out of possession or defendant's possession had become illegal, the action will be not one of the forcible entry or illegal detainer, but an action publisyana. On the other hand, action reivindicatoria is an action to recover ownership, also brought in the proper regional trial court in an ordinary civil proceeding. In an ejectment suit or action interdictal, no, forcible entry or unlawful detainer, the sole issue is the right of physical or material possession. This is not about legal possession. This is about actual physical possession over the subject real property, independent of any claim of ownership by the parties involved. So maskin dili katagiya sa yuta, kumusod ang owner sa property, bawion ang yuta, pugson ka o pagawas, you can file a forcible entry case against the real owner, because at that time they placed the law into their own hands, no? They did not file the appropriate action. Ownership over the property is immaterial and is only passed upon provisionally, no? Mintras tanto sa Bisaya pa, for the limited purpose of determining which party has the better right of possession. But take note sa kaning provisionally passing upon for a limited purpose ownership, na ani siya requisites, no, in other cases, kanus ang trial court pwede niya i-pass upon ang kaning issue on ownership provisionally. So ang gist ana is, if di niya ma-resolve ang kaso based solely on the issue sa right of physical and material possession, kung di niya ma-resolve based on ana lang, then the court has to provisionally, for a limited purpose, pass upon the issue of ownership. On the other hand, action reivindicatoria or action reivindication is an action whereby plaintiff claims ownership over a parcel of land and seeks recovery of its full possession. It is a suit to recover possession of a parcel of land as an element of ownership. In a case cited in this decision, the court held that an action reivindicatoria is an action instituted to recover possession of a parcel of land as an element of ownership. It is an action whereby the plaintiff alleges ownership over a parcel of land and seeks recovery of its full possession. The judgment in such a case determines the ownership of the property and awards the possession of the property to the lawful owner. Kani siyang action reivindicatoria, usually imoy allege ni na ako'y titulo, na ako'y deklarasyon, ako'y nakapanganyo tagiya, dili ako mo'y nagpuyo ng yutaa. Common kay ni friends sa kanang makita nako kanang mga unlawful detainer, mga forcible entry day, dili unlawful detainer, forcible entry cases. Basic magani pero daghan kay kaso ma-dismiss tong dani. Mo file of forcible entry. Ang allegation ra mag-revolve around its title and tax declaration. Walay allegation on prior physical possession. Walay evidence on prior physical possession. Ma-dismiss. Because kung imong allegations naka-hinge lang siya sa imong ownership, dili na mo lahutay mo forcible entry case. You must be able to allege and prove prior physical possession, and the case must be filed within the 1-year period. So, kasagaran, makikita ko forcible entry case, ma-file, wadyo prior possession. Sulti lang, kami tag-iya, nami titulo, nami deklarasyon, kana siya, squatter, among papawaon. Dili mo lusot sa forcible entry. Maybe, there is a action reivindicatoria. No? Moreover, the evidentiary requirement, okay, sa evidentiary requirement for unlawful detainer and action reivindicatoria is distinct from each other. Distinct yun, because unlawful detainer is about material and physical possession. Dito ka na ko ha. Action reivindicatoria, this is about recovery of possession based on your ownership. In unlawful detainer, it is required that the aggrieved party allege a lawful possession. Okay? Dapat mo allege siya of lawful possession that turned to be unlawful by the party withholding possession under any contract expressed or implied. However, in an action reivindicatoria, no such evidence is required since it is an action based on ownership over a parcel of land seeking recovery of its full possession. Simply put, evidence of prior physical possession and of subsequent unlawfulness of possession is irrelevant sa action reivindicatoria. The basis ni mo pananggiya man, ownership man. On the basis of the foregoing, it is unmistakable that the causes of action in the other civil case and the other civil case are different. While the parties are the same, and the identity of the property siguro the same pot, the sole issue in the civil case, the first civil case, is the right of physical or material possession, katuning unlawful detainer case. Possession over the subject real property, independent of any claim of ownership. Wa siya magsakay sa claim of ownership by the parties involved. Contrastingly, the issue to be resolved in the other civil case, katong dili unlawful detainer, is the ownership of the property claimed. Anent the issue of whether or not there is forum shopping. Forum shopping is defined as the filing of multiple suits involving the same parties for the same cause of action. Muna ang murag yung requisites, no, to define or para mahibaw-an nimo kung naabay forum shopping, either simultaneously or successively, for the purpose of obtaining a favorable judgment. It exists where the elements of litis pendentia are present, or where a final judgment in one case will amount to res judicata in another. So litis pendentia meaning both cases are pending, or there is a pending case. Yes, nag-file kaglayang case, pending pa usa. Or res judicata na ay naunang kaso na desisyonan na to, no? Resolved na to, na judgment to nga kaso. Then file na to another case with the same issues, same parties, same causes of action, same reliefs prayed for. For litis pendentia to be a ground for the dismissal of an action, the following requisites must concur: identity of the parties, parehas ang mga parties, or at least such parties who represent the same interests in both actions, identity of rights asserted and relief prayed for, the relief being founded on the same facts, and the identity with respect to the two preceding particulars in the two cases is such that any judgment that may be rendered in the pending case, regardless of which party is successful, would amount to res judicata in the other case. Here, the elements of forum shopping are not present. It must be recalled that respondents, in the beginning, filed an unlawful detainer suit. Afterwards, respondents filed an action for recovery of possession based on ownership or action revindicatoria. While it is true that the parties and the subject matter in both cases are the same, the causes of action and the reliefs prayed for are different from each other. In the unlawful detainer case, the main issue to be resolved by the court is who has the better right of possession over the property, regardless of the aspect of ownership of the property. On the other hand, it is in the action to recover possession based on ownership or action revindicatoria that the matter of ownership will be threshed out. Indeed, action revindicatoria is an action for the recovery of ownership, which includes the recovery of possession. The rationale of the rule regarding the difference of a lawful detainer to action revindicatoria is that the former involves only the issue of material possession or possession de facto, while the latter involves the question of ownership. There may be identity of parties and subject matter, but not of the cause of action or the relief prayed for. So dili siya identical tanan. Consequently, it is obvious that litis pendentia is not present in the case at bar because the second and third requisites are wanting. No? Walay identity in the causes of action and relief prayed for. Wherefore, premises considered, the petition is denied. Accordingly, the decision and the resolution of the Court of Appeals are hereby affirmed. So ordered. That common kini nga problema kay usahay mo kung mag-file ka samot nag okay lang ni klaro-klaro kaning unlawful detainer for civil entry nya katong iyang complaint for recovery of possession and damages, medyo di kayo na siya critical nga nadjud si litis pendentia, no, or res judicata nga may tabo kay prior katong usa physical possession man, kining usa material ay legal possession or recovery of possession based on ownership. Medyo sa akong bayan medyo klaro-klaro na ang lisod nimo diri kaning mga kuan litis pendentia, like for example na ay pending case before the DNR, no? Although limited yung jurisdiction, but it depends on how the complaint or the protest was crafted, the issues raised, and the reliefs prayed for. Kung mo-file ka diri o reconveyance or action revindicatoria, ang reliefs pare-parehas dapat kung mag-file ni usa ka abogado ra para magkasinabot ba nga in this case different cause of action, different reliefs prayed for. In this other case, different cause of action, different reliefs prayed for. Kaya lisod na kung iyahay ka file, wa mag-coordinate, magsapaw ang mga issues nga iparesolve sa different courts. So possible sa ako lang niya, posible sa'yo. Nakuyaw kayo ma-technical ka dito sa litis pendentia o res judicata, no? So nindot ni kasuha namo ko gi-research regarding litis pendentia and res judicata. Mo na ako nabasahan. Mo lang pud akong gibasa ninyo. Bag-o ko ni 2021 case. So I'll see you in the next video.